Have a close-up of what we've got going on the fork there. Hola food lovers, Stuart here with another food review video. I'm in the Portuguese town of Alfeizerao in central Portugal, rural Portugal, and I'm going to try one of the local specialties, which is a sponge cake with a runny inside, and I'm really looking forward to that. The name of the place that we're going to go into today is Casa do Pão de Ló, which is also the name of the specialty, Pão de Ló, and I'm going to try some other local treats as well, some Portugal pastries, some Portugal sweet things, because as you guys know, I have a sweet tooth. So without further ado, let's go and sit down and try these local specialties. Vamos! Now, what an absolute treat we have on the table here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 things that we're going to try. 3 are sweet, 1 is savory, which is the croissant with ham and cheese, the mixto here in Portugal. And we've also got some other things that I'll explain in a moment, because I can't remember the names of everything on the table. But one of the things is the specialty of this house. Now, as I said, we're at this restaurant here. Restaurant, no, it's more of a coffee shop. The tractor's gone by, so it's quite loud. We're in rural Portugal, about an hour north of Lisbon, I would say, in from the coast. The coast is around 10 minutes away by car. Some fantastic beaches in this part of Portugal, but we're here for the food. We're here for the treats, here for the sweet treats, because in Portugal they do these very, very well, a lot better than in Spain. Spain doesn't really have a culture when it comes to this type of stuff, but here in Portugal, absolutely. The dog's also barking because she's sitting just over there. What are you barking for? Quiet. So, first thing I'm going to try is the savoury snack here, which is the croissant. Let's see what this is like. Now, it's not warm. I thought it would be warm. Another truck going by there, so quite noisy. But we'll see what the quality of the croissant and the ham and the cheese is like. Let's see. So the first thing I'm going to say is that it's absolutely loaded with ham and cheese. Have a look at that, what it's got going on inside there, you can see. And I'll just open it up so you can see the amount of ham and cheese that's going on inside here. And it's very, very flavoursome. The croissant's light, the croissant's fluffy, and the ham and cheese give it an extra taste, I reckon. Go back for some more. That is very, very good. Washing everything down today with a cup of coffee, a white coffee, which is called meia leite here in Portugal. I think I got that right. My Portuguese is not all that good, but I think this is called meia leite. So it's like half a cup of coffee and the rest is milk. Let's see. Now we'll look at the prices at the end of the video, and I'll give my rating on all of the snacks that we've got here. But I'm going to go for this one here first, because I haven't tried this before, I don't think. And apparently this is what's known as fofo. Don't ask me what the translation is in English, because I've got no idea. But in Portuguese, fofo. And basically it's a custard type of cake. And I'm going to say it looks very, very nice. Let's dig into this one here. Let's cut in. Let's bring the camera a little bit closer so we can see exactly what's going on here. So you can see the custard and also the cake part of it here. Let's try it. Let's see if it tastes as good as it looks. Absolutely. So it's a type of sponge cake on top with the egg custard in the middle. Very sweet, but very, very nice. And have some more of that. Now, moving on. The next thing on the table here. Now, I'm not sure what this is called. I'm going to have to look it up. Come and have a close-up look and see what's going on here, Dave. I've seen these all over Portugal. There's a type of coconut on top. And I don't know whether there's any type of cream on the inside or not. Let's have a look on the inside. Not sure exactly what's going on there, but it also looks very, very appetizing. Now, I've looked up the name of this. This is called Pão de Deus, which literally translates to God's bread, I think. And we'll see if it is as good as God's bread would be. It's very, very soft, very, very moist, and you can smell the coconut coming off the top. Let's see. So again, it's a combination of a bread-like substance here with the coconut on the top, and the flavor combination is unbelievable. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet, and that is important. Now, some more coffee, because coffee here in Portugal is very, very good. And if you're a lover of coffee like I am, you won't be disappointed in Portugal. Wow, lovely. Now, moving on to the house specialty. And this is what I came to this restaurant for. Now, I'm going to be honest, I was watching TV last night, and I saw the British chef Gordon Ramsay on the television. He was here in Portugal, and he came to this very place here, this very coffee shop, and he tried this, and he said it was unbelievable. So we're going to see if it is as good as Mr. Ramsay says. Come and have a close look at exactly what we're going on here. This is called Pão de Ló. Again, with the pronunciation, sorry if I've got it wrong, but my Portuguese is not the best. Portuguese, by the way, is a very, very difficult language to speak. I've always struggled with Portugal. All of the years that I have been coming to this country, I've struggled with the local language, but hopefully I've got that right. So, what have we got here? Well, apparently this is a cake that went wrong, and they liked it so much they kept on making it. It was originally supposed to be a sponge cake. I think Pão de Ló translates into English as sponge cake. But what happened was they didn't cook it long enough or something like that, and the inside of the cake wasn't cooked. And as I said, they've kept the recipe exactly the same, and it's become a very, very popular type of cake here in Portugal. So let's see. Now I'm going to go for this part here, which is the drier part. Let's see how sweet this is. So that's your traditional sponge cake, Portuguese style. Not similar to the sponge cakes that my grandmother used to make, but decent nonetheless. And we've got this part here, which is the runny part, the egg yolk part, the inside of a sponge cake that hasn't been cooked properly, and that's the secret to this. Let's see what this is like. So yeah, I can see why it's so popular. The flavour combinations are what you would expect, like a type of egg custard also going on in this one here. Different to the egg custard that we had in this first one. This one's not as yellow as the egg custard going on here, but imagine that you're making a sponge cake and the sponge cake doesn't cook completely in the middle, it's still runny. That's what we've got going on here. Have a close-up of what we've got going on the fork there. So that's it. And I can see why people from all over the world come to this town. The name of the town is here. I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but you can see what the name of the town is there. So I can understand why people from all over the world come to this town specifically for this cake. Now, I'm done and dusted. I've had enough. I don't want to overload on sugar, and I'll leave the rest of this for the family to enjoy. I'm going to go and pay, get the bill, and show you exactly what I have paid for everything on the table today. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so the food experience here at Casa do Pão de Ló Alfeizerao is done and dusted, and the total price is €13.60 for everything that I have had on the table today. Well, not everything, because there was a couple of things that you did not see, but €13.60. So the breakdown: for the famous pão de ló, just the slice of that, fatia, €3. The mixed croissant, ham and cheese croissant, €2.90. The pão de Deus was €1.60. The fofo, €1.40. Iced tea, €1.90. And 2 white coffees, Meyers Late, €2.80, so €1.40 each for those coffees, €13.60 in total. Now, I'm going to say that everything that I tried today was very, very good. In fact, the family, my son and my partner, also enjoyed greatly the food that we had today. The standout for me, obviously, was this one here, the pão de ló, and I'm going to say the next best thing on the table was the croissant. Then I'm going to go for this one here, and then, well, I'm going to say these two here were equal. I'm not going to separate the two. They were both very, very good. But the standout was this one here. So it was worth the journey coming to this place today in the town that I mentioned before. The coffee, very, very good. €1.40 for the coffee, and you'd pay at least $1.80 or more for that coffee in Spain. So an absolute bargain. So very satisfied with this. I'm going to give everything on the table a solid 4.5 out of 5. I'm going to go a little bit high with this one here, 4.6. And as I said, definitely worth making the trip up to this part of central Portugal to try that cake. Questions and comments, please leave them in the section below. If you have been to this place, if you have tried that cake, let me know in the comment section below. What is your favorite Portuguese pastry? Do you like the pão de Deus? Do you like the fofo? What about the croissants? Let me know. And as I said, if you've tried this, let me know your opinion in the comment section below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and turn on notifications so that you never miss a video. Until the next one, até logo from Central Portugal.